everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Last Boss Queen episode 10. And if you'll excuse me during this one of this video, I'll be eating a little hamburger. So excuse me, I'm just a little hungry. But Last Boss Queen episode 10, I thought this was so fast paced. By the time the episode was done, I'm like, really? It was that fast? It's over already? Because by the time this whole rescue operation of saving these kids from these bandits, right? These special bandits, right? By the time they rescued everybody, you know, it was just over just like that. I'm like, wow, this was like the most fast paced episode I've seen yet, you know? Probably because I was just so engaged and focused on the story of them rescuing these children. It just went at it so fast paced. It was over like that. Felt like I was watching only a 5-minute episode. But yeah, and we see we get introduced to a new character by the name of Powell, which I'll get to. Then we see more of Pride being just once again showing her badassery, you know. But I'll get to that as well. But it was such a very fast-paced, enjoyable episode. I'm watching another series. Why I love this series a lot. And so with them, trying to rescue the kids, including those two kids that Val was supposedly taking care of, right? Even though he called them brats and all that, but it showed that he did really deep inside he cared for those two kids. Was it Sofek and Komet? Yeah. So they have a plan to have, especially with Gilson's with his age manipulative ability, makes stale Pride and himself shrink down, and Arthur shrink down to little kids again. I think Arthur was like the same though, but I know Stale and Gil himself and Pride were shrunk down too. So they make themselves take it. They use false alias names and allow themselves to be captured by these bandits. Try to infiltrate where these children are being held at. Right. So they get in there. They find all as they're being imprisoned. They find all these children. Right, including the two kids that Val was looking after. And Val is with Stale, and with Arthur and Pride with the kids that include those two kids. So, like with Val with his ability to manipulate rock and all that stuff, right? And while Stale uses his teleportation, well, he's teleporting some bad guys to the prison where to a place where the two of the knights, right, are gonna beat the shit out of them, right? And then teleporting all the children to the safe place back at the castle. And sorry about that. I saw something on my phone that it's just got like one of those scam numbers. I'm like, whenever I see those, I advise anyone if you get those kind of numbers that says scam likely, don't answer them. It's probably a scam anyway. So never answer those type of numbers if you don't know what it is. But anyway, as I was saying, then like I said, Sale's telling all the children back to the same place, back to the castle, and all the bad guys to a place too where they're being captured, and then they set some dynamite to create a distraction for the rest of Pride and Arthur to help with all the children, right? So, and then with as they're being with Pride and Arthur, more bad guys come in, and Komet, the older girl I was thinking Val was looking after, which he did explain that she is an ability user, and she just spurs very fast amounts of water at full strength, washing those guys against the wall, and Pride realizing how powerful she is on that, and so, and then the rest of those two knights. They come in, and they notice one girl. They see Arthur there, but the one little girl that looks kind of like Pride, and then funny that Arthur, he's trying to shield her away from, like, oh no, this is not a bride. Oh, this is not bride at all. Her name's Janine, you know. And the one guy, the knight that's with them, like, he has the idea that he knows that's pride, though. Arthur's just trying to play dumb, right? Oh, this is not pride. I think he kind of knows that that's pride because they used age manipulation. So like Arthur's just like carrying her, and he's running. The one knight is running with him. He's like, "Are you sure that's not pride?" Like, yeah, that was a very funny moment. And then while it's going on, Stale notices that there's a glow at another end of the tunnel, right? So he goes over there and finds this guy, which his name is Powell, and he frees him from being tied up, right? But this guy Powell, he has a very unique ability. Like, he can't control his powers. Like, he conducts electricity, like sparks, you know. For first, you think he's called Sparky, but he doesn't want to leave because he doesn't want no one to be around him, no one get hurt, and he doesn't belong anywhere else, though, right? And we get Stale, you know, remembering all the stuff that Pride said to him from before, and now he's trying to be Pride, a stand-in for Pride, you know, like pretending he's Pride, saying like the same words that she said to him, to relay that to Powell. So he's like, "Hey, if you come with me, this play the when Pride becomes queen, the country, the kingdom, the country will all be very different, and you'll be welcomed there as your home." So, and he's just getting all burned and singed all to crap all of his face, his hands, and you see it all around him, because he wants to do what Pride did to him, you know, just to calm down. And by the time he does calm down, he's badly injuring him. But by the time he touches him, you know, calming him down, he finally does calm down, and all of a sudden his electricity is off now. It's turned off now because he finally calmed him down and saying, "Hey, you come with me. You come with us. You Frieza, was a Frieza. That's the name of the kingdom, right? That can be your home, right?" And he starts crying, and then Stale teleports him not to the kingdom, but this nice, good-looking lake. This good-looking lake where it's at, right? And he's there by himself, and then Stale passes out from his injuries, and then we get to this finale, which I thought was a badass, you know, where they all gather while the bad guys are at where because the lead bad guy, who is his ability to manipulate chains, you know, because he has Val by a neck by a chain. It looks like he can manipulate the chain because he's lifted off the ground by the chain while he's in a strangle by the chain. And so Gil's there trying to tell him, "Hey, you know what you're messing with, you know, the knights will be here, you know." The guy takes out the chain user, takes out a gun, shoots him in the arm, and Arthur jumps in, gets a sword, slashes some guys, but say, "Hey, don't play, because I will kill Val," you know. And then Pride shows her badass once again. Now Gil uses her, makes her go back to the way she was before, and then she starts slicing through all the chains because at this point Arthur, he was tied up by the chains. She used the sword, slices through the chains, and the guy is like, "Huh? How can she do that? That's metal. That is metal. She can't do that. How did she do that?" And then, pardon me. And then it shows like she just does all this with a chain, all this with a sword, cuts the chains, and all like basically evaporates like water. And then he's shooting his gun. She's just deflecting like there's just slicing the bullets like it's nothing. It's like she's wielding a lightsaber in a way, right? Like she's kind of like deflecting a blaster with a lightsaber. And we see the bullet went from just split half from the very tip of the sword, which is like this. The tip of the sword, the bullet splits. I'm just like, man, she's just total badass, isn't she? As usual. And then she has her lead knight, not Eric. One knight was Eric, but I don't know what the other guy was. The one who was, you know, smiling when Arthur was carrying Pride in his arm, right? That night. She has him take out the guy, and because she can't get her hands dirty, right? So, because, you know, being the queen and all that stuff, right? future queen. So she has him do it for him, and we see like this is like with Pride's ability, how she does it with like with the sword and just deflecting all that stuff. It shows like that why she is like the last boss queen, the big villainess, right? Not only she has in her original how evil she was. She's very manipulative and no remorse and all that, but it shows that she is so fierce in fighting in battles too. Like she did with the chain, deflecting the bullets, you know, and it shows that she is the villainess. So after that, with the leader of the guys been taken out, goes to Stale how he's very hurt though, but he'll be fine. But he won't. They don't know about Powell yet though. So, but at the ending of that though, it was a very fun episode. Like I said, it was so fast paced. I felt I was watching a 5-minute episode. From rescuing the children, with this new interesting character by the name of Powell. Interesting character just to be introduced this late in the game, you know, but still. And then just with Pride's badass, you know, just with the chains and the bullets deflecting, you know. And just it was so fast paced. I can't give props, you know, to being this so incredibly fast paced, you know, and with Val, hopefully those two kids will be happy to see him, you know, because originally they thought that he wouldn't rescue them, but it shows that he does though. But we'll see on the next episode though. But I thought it was a very fun episode. I really enjoyed it. But I said Pride once again excelling at being a badass, showing that she is the villainess though. But but she had no choice no matter what she had to do. But and with that character Powell, you know. So we'll see. Maybe we'll see him again in the next episode. We'll see on that though. But once again, 10 out of 10. Loving the show episode, and just only got 2 more to go now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. And more to come. Because as this time I'm pre-recording more of my Halloween movie reviews. So we'll see. I'll be doing that still. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Later.